to share more information from a generic public state, if you will, or level of security, and to a higher level of security for people involved in specific projects. So I encourage you to register on that web community, and you'll get access to different information. And one of the information is about the open projects. Open projects are projects for which right now we are seeking partners, and these projects will be presented and discussed at the coming summit. So if you want to take a look at about these projects, you can do it by making a registration on the website, and then you can access these projects. You can show your interest to a project. You can submit a new ID. So this is just a website sort of supporting the collaborations that we wish to establish with the people in Ohio and in the States, and hopefully that will lead to a solid collaboration. So that was the presentation I wanted to make this morning with you, and I invite you to connect with me. I'm going to be present during the summit, so hopefully we'll have the chance to chat and see with these open projects and other ideas that you may have, how we can build solid relationships with Canadian researchers and Canadian partners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alain, and merci. And we want next to invite Bob Tanner from NetJets to make some remarks. And Bob, we have your brochure up on the Ohio Department of Development, Aerospace Aviation, and Defense Overview.
Great, thank you, Monica, and thanks everybody for having me share a few minutes with you. I will be brief. I am with NetJets. I've been here about 2 years. My job is to oversee the corporate and government affairs for NetJets. And very simply, the way I view this work is that behind every big deal, every big aviation aerospace deal, is a network of businessmen and elected officials. And it's those relationships that really pave the way for the opportunities for all of you to do business, for your companies to engage and do business with in this industry. I think we'll just allow these websites to maybe just stream while I'm speaking. I'm not going to speak specifically to anything, but this information really is the result of several years of working with our elected officials here in Ohio to really help them understand and appreciate the tremendous growth potential for this industry. Here in Ohio, aerospace and aviation is really the segment that has the greatest growth potential, even compared to the auto industry, to agriculture, some age-old industry that's appreciated in Ohio, and yet aviation and aerospace is really outpacing those industries. And that's really in large part due to the new global economy. Everyone understands and appreciates that we now operate in a global economy. And frankly, business aviation is probably one of the greatest business tools that these industries will come to rely on. So we see the opportunities for growth in the business aviation area as significant. Indeed, we have, as you have probably seen on some of these slides, we have engaged and purchased many, many new aircraft. Bombardier is a tremendous new partner with ours. We've spent billions with all these companies, but with Bombardier on the new aircraft, the Global 5000 and 6000 in particular. Those are the aircraft that will take on these international missions. So tremendous opportunity and growth for international business to be done via business aviation. This message that we have with the elected officials is really starting to resonate, and particularly here in Ohio, that Governor Kasich has determined that this area is one of his key focus areas, aerospace and aviation. And as such, they have fashioned policy now to create opportunities for additional grants. The Jobs Ohio program now is up and running and provides tremendous opportunity for new businesses looking to do further develop technology in this area. And I would encourage anyone who is sort of at the front end of a new product in their industry or in their business line to consider Ohio as a resource for some of the funding there. And along those lines, I'm sure everyone knows and appreciates that the aviation horizon includes technologies like next-gen and UAVs. And here in Ohio, we're doing tremendous work to pull all the Ohio aviation and aerospace assets together in these areas to really be the thought leader for the rest of the world. You may be aware Dayton, Ohio is a tremendous leader for UAV technology. And the defense world has that technology in deployment. They're now looking to commercialize that technology, so you see opportunities with the universities. OSU is leading a program to commercialize UAVs, and that work is under study now. On the next-gen front, we are actually working with FAA on a potential pilot project to occur here in the Columbus airspace, where for the first time anywhere, all facets of next-gen will be demonstrated here at one airport and to involve commercial, cargo, and business aviation aircraft. So lots of opportunities for this new technology to take off. Ohio, I think, is leading the edge, leading the charge here, and has some cutting-edge technology in all the universities and a lot of the big companies. GE Aviation is certainly advancing next-gen and has demonstrated it around the world. So I just can't say enough about what the opportunity holds with Ohio and Canada. We've enjoyed lots of partnering in the past, and I see nothing but tremendous opportunity to further those partnerships. So hopefully everyone will see a little bit of this and appreciate the political side of it. It's essential to any transaction, and we're well underway in that regard. We have a lot of officials on board and looking to further champion this industry. So with that, I'll conclude and would encourage you to check the website that we'll have on the site here. There are a couple of different sites that are really pretty incredible with contact information and statistics.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Monica.
Thank you so much. We'll make sure we provide the website. And lastly, I apologize we're going a little bit over time, but we wanted to extend to our friend from Canada, Quanta Software, Larry Archer, who is on the call with us today. And he actually attended our first annual Canada-Ohio Summit held last year in January 2012. Larry, could we ask you to say a couple words?
Thanks, Monica. Larry Archer here for everyone who hasn't met me. I'm a Canadian coming into the U.S. though, so I understand the reverse issue. Again, I attended the event last year with great success. We're now working with a lady in Ohio, in Cleveland actually, to help us develop our presence in that marketplace, particularly the market or the manufacturing sector. And we've just established a small office there, and we're looking to grow. But we're also looking to move into the Montreal area. So, and that's more by coincidence than by design. So, with a little bit of cross-border activity, again, without question, the U.S. is our strongest marketplace and definitely our biggest friend. So, with that, I'd like to turn it back to Monica.
Well, thank you. Appreciate your making those positive comments, Larry. And at this time, we'd like to have you take a look at the website that we have constructed for the Canada-Ohio Summit. And Reiner, I believe, has some housekeeping items, and we thought we would show you the full summit agenda, as well as open up the floor to any questions at this time for anyone on the conference.
Monica, it's Reiner, and I just thought I'd mention a couple of things. We've had a lot of fun working with the website. We are numerous steps closer to where we want to be, but I just do want to point out that in addition to all of the good information that we've put on previously, there is a latest news, and Monica, if you could click on the latest news portion, please. And we want to remind everybody that the early bird registration is coming to a close. We have until next Monday, and after that it's going to cost you a bit more. Monica, there's also another new part to the website. If you click on the lodgings portion, now, I know this doesn't apply as much to our Ohio friends, but we do have a number of rooms and suites that are available at a very good price, including some transportation. If you look just to the left of the pictures that we just looked at, you'll see that we now have 27 days until the summit starts. So, if you mark your calendars, but more importantly, if you register now, you'll be able to join us and you won't be disappointed. Monica, I think you were going to go to the agenda now and talk about some of the points there.
Yes, thank you, Reiner. In fact, thank you for navigating on the background. Wanted everybody to note that we will start earlier on February 24. Early registration will be available, and an optional dinner in a historic and cultural area of Cleveland. We will be announcing this soon, so definitely mark your calendar for that as you make your travel accommodations. February 25 kicks open the summit overviews with registration, continental breakfast. This is also a time for exhibits, and we have room for sponsors and exhibitors left. So whoever